Hey, welcome to Pigskin Preview. It's week 5. We're rolling along, and of course, thank you for coming in. Coach Ken Plunk of the Tascosa Rebels. They've been in district forever. Some teams haven't, but he had an off week this week. You know, you're 0-4, 0-2, but probably played two of the better teams in that district. Can you tell us what you did on your off week? What do you normally try to get the kids to get done?
Well, certainly you want to get better fundamentally. You want to get better at just running your base offense, your base defense. You want to try to heal up. Of course, coming this close to 6 weeks, you want to make sure your kids are passing. You know, we've played some good teams this year and hadn't fared as well as we would have liked, but we feel like we're getting better each week. Really let one slip away last week at Midland.
Yeah, that was a great game. Now it's Odessa Permian coming into Dick Bivens Stadium. Coach Plunk used to be an assistant coach there. We've talked about it before. He's in the movie Friday Night Lights. Made a couple of pennies off of it. Bought a couple of. Yeah, that's very well on that. So, what's your memories of being at Permian, real quick, and then is it a special game for you to have them come whenever you go against them?
Oh, it is. I think it's a special game, one, because of who they are and the kind of tradition they have. You always want to beat them. We've looked at it. I don't believe we've beaten Permian since 1965. Really had the chance last year and again, let it slip away, I think 28-26, and had a chance to score there at the end and didn't get it in. So we're excited. Anytime you have a chance to play Permian, you're always excited. There's going to be a lot of build up to the game, and we feel like we have a really good chance.
Right, Permian's 1-4 and 1-2 coming off. You know, Midland High is a good comparison since you guys both played them back to back.
Yeah, and it was pretty even games. I really think that probably, you know, our game was one that by all statistical, by all stats, you'd think we would have won the game, but we didn't. We just didn't find a way to win it. In the same instance, when they played Permian, they really kind of dominated Permian. Permian played poorly. I think it should be a good matchup. And not only is it a good matchup, it's a matchup that would get one of us back in the playoff.
I was going to ask you that right away. I mean, even though it started like this, my gosh, that thing's still wide open. You know, let's face it, Abilene High is kind of the monster of the district, but it is wide open.
It is. I mean, the thing you have to do is, the key to football is to continue to get better. If you can keep your team together, if you can keep everybody enthusiastic, if you can keep everybody on board, you have a good chance to make the playoffs. That's what we're doing. We're going to try to get ourselves in the playoff hunt. We're going to take it 1 week at a time. We feel like we have a good chance.
Do you feel like you're getting better? I noticed you put Brooks out at wide receiver a little bit in the pass game and had Tucker in there. You like both those guys on the field at the same time?
We do. We don't want to waste them really. Brooks is still going to play quarterback. And Tucker's going to play quarterbacks as well, but we do need to use Brooks in a lot of different areas. We've been really banged up. A lot of kids have been injured. We're starting to get healthier. If we can maintain our health, I think we're going to be fine. All
right, great. Hey, Coach Plunk is also a football fan of the Panhandle, and we had a crazy 75-61 Monterey Caprock game in there, non-district game, but what do you think? And then up in Booker, it was 59-56, Coach, with Clarendon and Booker. Right. What do you think of some of these high-scoring games that we see now?
Well, I think it's several things. Number one, I think some of the offenses are operating really, really well. I think when there becomes an offensive emphasis, whenever that's your emphasis, then I think you're going to be able to put some points on the board. But in the same instance, it might take a little bit away from what you're trying to do defensively. I watched the game at 75-61, was kind of amazed. I think you're getting to a point in those games that the goal is either to stop them quick or get the ball back quick. And I think that sometimes can kind of get out of hand, which I think it did in that game.
Yeah, hey, right now, real quick, we have 4 undefeated teams remaining, Canyon and Randall, both in that District 3 4A that gets a lot of publicity. It should be a wild race, but there's only 30 teams, Coach Plunk, left in that whole state of Texas Class 4A, and 2 of them are down there at CISD.
Oh, I think that's a neat deal. I think that'll be I don't know when they play. I think it'll be a fun game, but you know, they might both go into it undefeated or
they really play right off the bat, believe it or not, with PD Amarillo High and Randall Canyon. Wow. They didn't mess around with that scheduling.
No, that's be kind of
yeah. Wellington joins them in 1A, you know, and they made a state semifinal run. You know how that is. Have Clark Ashmore back at quarterback. That's always helpful when you have a veteran quarterback.
Know some of the Wellington kids, you know, just from various times I've seen them. They're a good football team, well coached, really a good group, and you know, excited they're playing that well. But they really are talented. And
then in 6-man, Groom's undefeated. So those are our 4 teams. Hey, and speaking of Randall, who's 5-0, Jeff, our amazing photographer, went out there. You know, the cheerleaders are a big part of the game, aren't they, Coach Plunk?
Huge part of the game.
Yeah, and he did a great little piece on what they go through through a Friday night. You know, it's kind of entertaining, a little more than you think.
Raiders! R-A! I'm Kinley, and I'm a Randall High School cheerleader. When I was little, I always looked at the cheerleaders at the games. I never watched the game. I was always sitting there cheering with them, and they were really my inspiration, and that's why I chose to cheer.
I'm Kim Smith and I'm a cheerleader for Randall High School. I love the friendships and the relationships I've built. It's amazing being able to support my school and everything. Every sport, it's amazing being there every night.
I don't like the drama that girls have. There's a lot of drama that goes on in cheerleading.
It does happen. I mean, there are girls that butt heads and stuff, but usually, I mean, like at practice and everything, everybody smooths it out, everybody's fine. There's absolutely nothing I don't like about it. I love being a part of Randall. I love being spirited and showing everyone how great Randall is.
Kind of a light week. It's everybody's open week because, you know, they're starting their districts. But if you want to see a really entertaining football game and see the Rebs, you know, I'm predicting you're going to get back on the board. I'm not just saying that because you're getting next to me. I really believe that you've kind of moved, like you said, improved each week. And I think the Midland High game is just, you know, I think it was a boost, even though it was a loss. So get out and watch your favorite team. Don't forget to go to pigskinpreview.com. We have all the Friday night scores. You can just get them updated each quarter. It is really a sweet place to watch the Friday night games if you're at a game on your own phone or whatever. And don't forget, we'll be back next week. And thanks a lot for coming in, Coach Plunk.